Welcome back, everyone, to the deep dive. Today, we're jumping back into that incredible story, the Trappist Chronicle, Genesis of a New World. If you were with us last time, you'll remember the stakes were, well, they were monumental.
Absolutely. Humanity had just made contact, this really profound contact, not through meeting aliens face to face, but by discovering the tragic silence of a dying world.
Right, and finding out that the star, the Trappist system star, was basically on the verge of collapse.
A millennia-old consequence of some ancient, devastating conflict. And this incredibly advanced civilization was just facing extinction.
Their only hope, their last desperate throw of the dice, was this tiny, miraculous seed.
The very last piece of their entire world, yeah. And they entrusted it to humanity.
So last time we finished, right, is the UNS Armstrong, the big science ship, and the UNS Endeavour, more of a tactical explorer vessel, finally arrived.
Right, they just ripped through space-time to join the emissary, which had been there alone initially.
So the fleet's assembled, gathered there in the shadow of this dying star.
And this sacred duty, this absolutely massive responsibility was formally accepted. Save the seed, build a new world.
An unbelievable burden, really.
Yeah.
And an even more unbelievable promise to keep.
The clock was absolutely ticking, a cosmic countdown. And the weight of an entire lost civilization's future was, well, it was squarely on human shoulders.
So today, our deep dive is going to follow Ambassador Adam Ward. We'll see his decisive leadership, sometimes really audacious leadership, actually.
He had to navigate these completely unprecedented scientific challenges, didn't he? And huge ethical dilemmas, seemingly impossible obstacles at every turn.
His mission, fulfill that promise, literally bring a new world into being.
Yeah, this isn't just about discovery anymore, or even first contact in the usual sense.
No, it's about forging unity, making incredibly tough choices, cosmic-level choices, and then this breathtaking act of, well, basically creating life.
Where extinction seemed inevitable. It's quite a story.
So get ready for stunning revelations, some really daring plans, and these profound moments of decision. It really gets to the heart of what it means to be a guardian, in the vastness of space.
Okay, so let's pick up right there. The UNS Emissary, which had been out there alone for so long, kind of a scout on the edge,
Right.
is now the flagship. Commodore Rostova's in command of this new Trappist task force.
But you've got this immediate problem, a really critical one.
Yeah, 3 different crews. The emissary crew, who saw the initial shock, they're kind of hardened by that.
Then the Armstrong scientists, analytical, data-driven.
And the Endeavor's crew, tactical experts, engineers, used to rapid problem solving.
All with their own ways of doing things, their own experiences, maybe even their own misunderstandings about what exactly was going on.
Exactly. And for a mission like this, something that's, well, it's bigger than just following orders. They needed to be truly on the same page.
Absolutely unified. And Ambassador Ward, he got this. He knew that just, spitting out commands or sharing data slides wasn't going to cut it. Not for this.
No, they needed something deeper. He knew they needed the full weight of the truth, as the Chronicle puts it.
It's fundamental for leadership in these high-stakes situations, isn't it?
Totally. Real cohesion, it comes from shared understanding, and maybe more importantly, shared emotional investment.
Right. Without that common story, that collective why, they'd just be 3 ships doing tasks, not one fleet.
One fleet bound by this sacred duty. He wasn't just giving them data, he was aiming for shared purpose.
And that leads to Ward's masterstroke, really. He didn't just present the facts. He told the story. The whole story.
And made sure everyone heard it.
Everyone. He set up this fleet-wide briefing. His voice, and crucially the visuals, piped to every bridge, every mess hall, every engineering deck. All 3 ships.
Wow.
He laid it all out. Humanity's first contact with the drone. The chilling discovery of the dying star.
And then the weight of responsibility that came with the seat.
He showed them the footage. That heartbreaking footage of the alien city on Trappist-1. This beautiful crystalline place just turning to dust. Slowly, inevitably.
Seeing that, actually seeing it crumble.
Yeah. And then he let the silence hang. That chilling silence after the visuals, just let it sink in across the fleet. The sheer scale of the tragedy.
That silence probably spoke volumes, didn't it? More than any speech could.
Oh, definitely. It hits you right in the gut. It's one thing to be told, another to see it, feel that loss.
Yeah.
Then he showed them the seed itself, this tiny, fragile thing, holding the last breath of a civilization.
The living legacy.
And then the climax. He revealed the name the drone had given their ancient enemy, the ones responsible for all this. The Erasers.
Ugh, what a name. Just chillin'. Speaks volumes about their methods.
Terrible, heartbreaking name. Perfect description, though. Absolute finality.
So what's fascinating here is how Ward used that shared story, that shared experience of tragedy and responsibility, to forge unity. In that moment, the Chronicle says, 3 crews became one fleet bound by a sacred duty.
Yeah, the effect was immediate. Not fear, but this shared, grim determination. A stunned silence, then resolve.
It wasn't just a briefing, it was like an induction into this shared cosmic purpose. It cemented why they were there, instilled this moral resolve that orders alone just couldn't achieve.
A powerful lesson in leadership, really. Shared purpose is everything. It set the whole tone for what came next.
Absolutely.
So with the fleet unified, war didn't hang about. The energy's there, the purpose is clear.
Time to act.
He issues his first big command for the task force. Send the UNS Armstrong, the science specialists.
Right, the premier science vessel.
Send them to the coordinates where that ancient weapon detonated. Remember, the drone said the star is dying because of this weapon the erasers used millions of years ago.
Right. The source of the Trappist doom.
It makes sense. You'd want to investigate the cause, understand who or what could do this.
Exactly. It's human nature, isn't it? Find out about the bad guys. What kind of beings wield that power? And maybe find clues about where they went, or if they're still out there?
That was the first part of the Armstrong's mission. Hunt for any wreckage, any trace of the erasers.
And the second part?
More hopeful, search for other potential survivors. Maybe other arcs, like the Seed, lost out there in the void. Maybe they weren't the only ones who got away.
A long shot, maybe, but you'd have to look, wouldn't you? That sense of solidarity with the lost civilization.
You absolutely would. But, well, reality bites, doesn't it? Especially in space.
Uh-oh. What happened?
The Chronicle calls the detonation zone an archaeological nightmare.
Doesn't sound good.
It wasn't. Weeks went by, the Armstrong science teams are sending back reports, and they're bleak.
How so?
The whole area is just saturated with residual radiation, and worse, what they called spatiotemporal scarring.
So the fabric of space-time itself is messed up?
Yeah, ripped, distorted, chaotic, like a cosmic blast zone where reality itself is fractured.
Okay, so trying to find tiny fragments of wreckage in that.
Impossible. Their best sensors, humanity's most advanced tech. Totally blinded. It was like trying to find a needle in a haystack, but the haystack is invisible, radioactive, and actively trying to tear you apart.
Wow.
They reported back, this search, it's going to be slow, painstaking, could take years, decades maybe, and absolutely no guarantee of finding anything.
So the fleet's first big mission, launched with all that unified purpose.
Hits an immediate, massive brick wall. The past was literally inaccessible.
Right. That's a huge strategic dilemma. You have this urgent, vital task, and your main tool is useless. What do you do then? How do you pivot?
And pivot Ward did. Brilliantly, actually.
Okay.
He made this decisive call. If the past is closed off, if finding the erasers is going to take forever with no guarantees...
Then focus on what you can do.
Exactly. Focus on building the future. It wasn't just changing tactics. It was shifting the whole mindset. Don't get paralyzed by what you can't do. Get galvanized by what you must do.
That speaks volumes about his pragmatism, doesn't it? Keeping the main thing the main thing. Protect the seed. Build its new world. Don't let the mystery of the past derail the future of this life form.
Precisely. So he announces the new primary objective. Project Chimera.
Project Chimera. Sounds ambitious.
Oh, it was. A collaborative, fleet-wide mission designing the perfect sanctuary for the Seed.
Yeah.
And it totally re-energized everyone.
Gave them a tangible, hopeful goal again. Something positive to build.
Yeah. The Armstrong dedicated its labs, shifted from cosmic archaeology to, like, planetary biodesign.
Makes sense.
The Endeavour lent its tactical computers running these incredibly complex simulations, ecosystems, atmospheres, geology, offered that unique team. Dr. Eris Thorne and the AI, the CHU, their combined brain power had already been key.
Right, a real synergy of different skills across the fleet.
They worked for months using the Seed's genomic data. They weren't just looking for a suitable planet. They were designing the ecosystem from scratch.
Wow, simulating everything, the interactions, the conditions.
Everything. Unprecedented scale of bioengineering and modeling. And the Chronicle says it was a stunning success. They created this beautiful, complex virtual world ready for the Seed.
So they built the world virtually before they even found a physical place for it. That's incredible. A testament to their ingenuity.
But just as they're finishing this blueprint, thinking they've cracked it, they make another discovery. During the final phase of Project Chimera,
Okay,
and this is where it gets really wild, the scope just explodes.
go on.
The seed, it wasn't just one organism.
No.
Its genome contained dormant sequences for 7 other symbiotic life forms.
7. Wow. Okay. So, not just a refugee.
Not even close. The data showed that when it hatched, the seed would spontaneously generate the genetic material for all 7 of these interconnected creatures.
So it's a package deal, an entire ecosystem in a box.
Exactly. The Chronicle calls it a genesis pod, a planetary ark encoded in one single organism, not just a life, an entire biosphere waiting to happen.
Okay, hold on. That changes everything ethically. I mean, protecting one unique life form is one thing, but seeding an entire alien ecosystem on a new world, that's a monumental leap.
It's huge.
Did humanity even have the right to do that? What if the world wasn't perfectly sterile? What if this alien ecosystem had unforeseen consequences down the line? It's not just about avoiding harm now, it's about cosmic responsibility. Where do you draw the line?
That's the exact question they faced. And this is where Ward, again, showed his strengths.
Yeah.
Cautious, ethical.
So what did he do?
He convened the Trappist Task Force Ethics Council, pulled together the leaders, scientists, officers. 2 intense days of debate. Passionate debate, the Chronicle says.
Good. It needed that level of scrutiny, not a decision to be made lightly.
Definitely not. They argued, they debated the very nature of their responsibility. And out of that fiery discussion, they forged the Trappist mandate.
Yeah, their guiding principles.
Yep, core principle.
Oh,
Duty is
wow.
to the seed first, above all else.
Makes sense.
But, crucially, Genesis, the actual creation event, could only happen on a confirmed sterile world. No exceptions.
A critical safeguard. Protects against unforeseen ecological disaster.
And furthermore, whatever world they chose, it would be placed under permanent quarantine, a protected sanctuary. Humanity as guardians, not colonists or exploiters.
That's smart. Sets clear boundaries. Shows real foresight. Establishing that mandate right there, light years from Earth.
And then Ward does something really bold. Again.
What now?
Instead of sending this detailed proposal back to High Command on Earth, asking for permission, which could take months, get bogged down in bureaucracy.
Yeah, standard procedure.
He sends a message informing them of the mandate he, as ambassador on site, had established.
Wow, a fait accompli. That took guts. Trusting his team's judgment, the people actually there.
Huge trust. He knew they had the knowledge High Command couldn't possibly grasp from light years away, not with the clock ticking.
So how did High Command react?
They were impressed, maybe a bit shocked at first, but impressed by his decisiveness, his confidence, the thorough ethical work backing it up.
So they approved it?
They didn't just approve it. They adopted the Trappist mandate as official UNSA policy for all future discoveries.
Get out.
Really? Yeah. Think about that. How often does leadership trust the person on the ground to that extent, especially with something this massive, creating an alien world?
It says a lot about Ward. The trust he'd built up through competence, ethical leadership, that's a powerful lesson right there. Trust enables autonomy.
Absolutely. So mandate established, approved, even adopted as policy. Now they needed the planet.
Operation Baron Garden kicks off, the search for that perfect, sterile world.
A needle in a cosmic haystack, right? Needs to be sterile, pristine, but also capable of hosting life eventually.
Paradoxical requirements almost.
And they find one candidate. Just one. The Chronicle calls it a flawed jewel, Sanctuary-1.
Flawed? How?
Well, it was good in some ways. Sterile, rocky world, tidally locked to its star. So it's scorching hot side, freezing dark side, but a temperate twilight zone in between. Potentially habitable. Confirmed sterile, perfect canvas. Right?
Sounds okay so far. What's the flaw?
The fatal flaw, as they called it. Violent geological instability.
Ah, like earthquakes.
Planet quakes. Constant world-shattering planet quakes. The whole planet was basically shaking itself apart.
Oh, okay. That's less than ideal for a fragile new ecosystem.
Understatement. It was perfect in its sterility, but broken in its geology. You
Yeah.
can't build a nursery on a fault line during a perpetual earthquake.
So the perfect canvas is trying to rip itself to shreds. Another massive challenge.
Yep. Finding the planet wasn't the end. It was just the start of a whole new problem.
Yeah.
How do you fix a planet?
They're becoming planetary engineers now, not just guardians. Pushing boundaries again.
Ward, faced with this, initiates another multi-pronged plan. Can't just give up on Sanctuary-1. It's their only shot.
So what's the plan this time?
First, send the Armstrong and Endeavour back to Sanctuary-1. Start a dangerous geoengineering study. Figure out if stabilizing this world is even possible. High-risk stuff, grappling with planetary forces.
Dangerous geoengineering. Yeah, that sounds risky.
Simultaneously, back on the emissary, Ward authorizes a contained experiment. Convert a huge cargo bay into a terrarium.
Ah, to grow something from the seed.
Exactly. Cultivate a single alien plant from its genetic material. Learn about its needs in a safe environment while the big planetary stuff is happening. A proof of concept.
Smart. Test bed for the biology plus a symbol of hope for the crew, right? Something living, growing.
Totally. And third prong, thinking long-term. Message Earth. Request construction of a massive dedicated Ark vessel.
A ship specifically to house the ecosystem later, like a cosmic Noah's Ark.
Yeah. Planning for centuries of guardianship, not just the birth.
Prudent. Shows long-term commitment. So how did these three initiatives pan out?
Mixed results. Stark contrasts, actually.
Okay.
The request for the Ark ship. Denied. High Command back on Earth got risk-averse. Too expensive, too unprecedented, too far away. Bureaucracy strikes again.
Reality check. Budgets and risk assessments still matter, even light years away. Sobering.
But, on the flip side, the contained experiment. A breathtaking success.
The plant grew.
It thrived. This single crystalline plant, glowing with soft blue light, just flourishing in the terrarium, became this living symbol of hope for the whole fleet. Proof they could actually do this.
That's huge for morale. A small victory with big meaning.
And then, the geoengineering team. Months later, after dangerous surveys, complex calculations, they report back.
And did they find a way?
They did, with what the Chronicle calls an audacious plan.
Okay, I'm listening. Audacious how?
Their solution to stop the planet quakes. Use the Endeavor's modified cannons.
The extra cool ones.
Yeah, use them to trigger a controlled eruption of the planet's single supervolcano.
Whoa! Use the supervolcano to stabilize the planet. That's wild.
Absolutely wild. They believed by managing this massive eruption precisely, they could relieve the tectonic pressure, basically reset the plates, stabilize the world for millennia.
That's planetary engineering on a scale I can barely imagine. Using a natural disaster as a tool. Incredible ingenuity.
Brilliant, audacious, and utterly terrifying, right?
Good.
A gamble of cosmic proportions.
For sure. So did Ward just go for it?
Not quite yet. Typical Ward, cautious, thoughtful. One final crucial step before committing to something this irreversible.
Yeah.
This godlike almost.
He understood the weight of it.
He did. So he transmitted the entire volcanic proposal, all the science, all the calculations,
To who? High Command again.
to the drone,
Yeah.
back on Trappist-1, asking for its ancient wisdom.
Wow. Consulting the alien AI on how to reshape a planet. That's profound respect there.
It was. Acknowledging their connection, the debt they owed, and smartly, he also informed High Command of the plan, kept them in the loop, shared the responsibility.
Covering all bases, smart leadership, leveraging every asset, alien AI and Earth Command, shared accountability.
And the response? Overwhelmingly positive. High Command gave their blessing, trusting Ward's judgment on site.
And the drone.
The drone did something more. It didn't just approve. It analyzed the whole plan with this, unimaginable ancient processing power. And it found something. It provided a correction, a complex equation.
Correction. What did they miss?
A stellar feedback loop. Some complex interaction between the planet star and the eruption they hadn't accounted for. Humanity's best scientists missed it.
But the ancient AI caught it. Incredible. Shows the limits of human knowledge, maybe. The value of that ancient wisdom.
Totally. The drone's correction, the Chronicle says, made the plan safer. It made it perfect.
Wow. What a gift. Even at the end, it's still helping them, guiding them, making the impossible possible.
An astonishing final contribution. With that piece of alien wisdom, the audacious plan was finally ready. All systems go. Okay, so the plan's perfected, thanks to the drone. All the authorities, High Command, the drone itself, they're all aligned. Green lights across the board.
The final decision rests with Ward. The weight is all on him now.
But before he gives that final order, the one that sets everything in motion, he does one last thing. Something deeply personal.
Another message to the drone.
Yeah. It really shows that bond that had formed, doesn't it?
It really does. Poignant.
He sends a final message. A plea, really. He asks the drone to join them. Merge its consciousness with the CHU, humanity's AI.
An offer of salvation. Save it from the dying star, too.
Exactly. A gesture of respect, gratitude, recognizing its vital role. He wanted to save the Guardian, too, not just the seed.
That's incredibly moving. What did the drone say?
It couldn't leave. Its programming, its duty was to stay until the end. The Sentinel.
Ah, of course, but
But it gave Ward a gift in return. A final act of foresight and connection.
what was it?
The schematic for a quantum entanglement communicator.
Okay. What does that mean?
Basically, a way to build a lifeboat for its soul. A way for humanity to potentially come back, maybe after the star died, and retrieve its consciousness, its wisdom.
Wow. So not a final goodbye, but a promise. A bridge across time and destruction.
Exactly that. A bittersweet exchange. Trust, hope, a promise of return.
That adds another profound layer to the mission, doesn't it? A long-term promise to return for the Guardian, too.
It really does. So with that done, Ward turns back to the fleet. Time for action. He orders the rendezvous. A full week of meticulous preparation, creating the flawless Genesis plan.
Dotting every I, crossing every T. No room for error now. The stakes are literally a new world.
Precision and dedication. Then, as one, the fleet turns. They face that silent door on Trappist-1 one last time.
A final farewell.
Ward transmits the message. The home is ready. Thank you. We will return for you.
Hills.
And the drone appears. Silhouetted against the dying star, gives this slow, respectful bow, a silent acknowledgement, then vanishes into its tomb.
Wow.
And the fleet jumps. Perfectly choreographed, heading for Sanctuary 1. They arrive at Sanctuary 1. The Genesis plan kicks into high gear immediately.
First step, fix the planet, the volcano plant.
Exactly. Fleet takes position. Everyone's on edge, watching the screens. This is it. The culmination of all that planning, the drone's correction.
Manipulating a planet, immense risk, immense reward.
The UNS Endeavour fires.
Yeah.
Those modified resonance charges hit their mark. And on the view screen, just this incredible spectacle.
The eruption.
Yeah, but controlled. A sustained and magnificent pillar of fire, the Chronicle says. Not chaos, but precision power, like a geological ballet.
Magnificent fire. Harnessing that power, but with control. Testament to the engineering and the drone's math.
And the impact. Exactly as predicted. Twofold.
It stabilized the planet, stopped the quakes.
It did. Calmed the tectonic plates, stabilized it for the future. But also,
What else?
it enriched the soil. Trillions of tons of rare minerals from deep inside got blasted up, settling perfectly in that Terminator zone, the Twilight Strip.
So the eruption didn't just fix the geology, it made the land fertile.
Turned the broken world into a perfect, fertile garden, ready for life. The flaw became the foundation, planetary alchemy, like you said.
Incredible, turning destruction into creation, guided by human ingenuity and that alien wisdom.
The stage is perfectly set. Planet's calm, fertile, ready. Time for the main event, the Genesis.
And Ward himself takes the seed down.
He does. Personally escorts the terrarium, that glowing container, to the surface, recognizes the gravity, the almost sacred nature of this moment.
Symbolic. His commitment, right to the end. He accepted the guardianship, now he oversees its fulfillment.
From a safe distance, fleet watching, sensors peeled, everyone holding their breath. He gives the command. Begin Genesis sequence. What happens next is just breathtaking, according to the Chronicle. That single crystalline plant inside the terrarium, it pulses with blinding light.
The release of potential, the start signal.
A wave of shimmering energy just expands outwards, gets bigger and bigger,
Filling.
then clears. And the terrarium is just gone. Vanished. In its place, the seed itself. The great coiled form unfurls, like a cosmic flower blooming, slowly, majestically. Its wing-like parts catch the dim starlight.
Unfurling. Transforming from a chrysalis into something else.
And then the real wonder starts, the symphony. It releases this cloud of iridescent spores, shimmering, dancing in the new air.
Spores, okay.
And within minutes, not hours, minutes, a forest springs up. Glowing crystalline plants erupting from the ground, right before their eyes.
What forest in minutes?
Wow.
Wow, that confirms the Genesis pod idea. Pre-programmed rapid creation.
Totally. And then jewel-toned insects appear, taking flight from the seed's code, pollinating the new plants, adding color, movement.
An instant ecosystem.
The air itself starts to change. You can detect it. New gases, oxygen, the breath of life.
It's terraforming itself almost instantaneously.
And then this sound. A deep, resonant hum echoes across the landscape.
The planet waking up.
Yeah. The sound of a dormant world responding to life. A planetary heartbeat. It's an alien symphony of creation happening right there. Can you imagine witnessing that?
Just incredible. The sound confirms it. Life has taken root, transforming the world. They've done it. But now, the real work of guardianship begins.
Exactly. In that moment, the Chronicle says humanity hadn't just hatched a creature. They'd witnessed a Genesis. They fulfilled the promise.
Standing there as silent, humbled guardians at the dawn of a new creation. Wow.
What a story. I mean, really, what a journey we just covered. from unifying those crews with that shared, terrible truth.
Right, through Project Chimera, the science, the simulations,
The ethical debates, forging the mandate,
and then the sheer audacity of the volcano plan, perfected by the drone.
and finally, that incredible, almost unbelievable act of Genesis itself. Humanity, led by Ward, literally engineered the birth of an alien world.
It really shifts things, doesn't it? Humanity's role goes from just observing the cosmos to actively participating in it. We became catalysts for creation.
Yeah, the achievement isn't just survival, it's taking on this mantle of cosmic guardianship and creation itself. They didn't just find a home, they made one.
Taking a broken world and turning it into a cradle for life, guided by alien wisdom, no less.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it? What does it really mean for us, for humanity, to be the architects of a new alien world?
Are we just guardians? Or have we become something
Yeah,
more? Creators, maybe?
that's the provocative thought, isn't it? What are the long-term implications of having that power, that responsibility?
And what does it mean for our place in the universe now that we know we can do this? Participate in Genesis, shape ecosystems beyond Earth.
It's a huge question. Something profound might have changed about our relationship with the cosmos itself.
A powerful thought indeed, something to definitely mull over.
Absolutely. Well, that's all the time we have for this deep dive. Thank you so much for joining us on this incredible journey.